Hi everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus from Threshold of Hineni, and I'm here to work on a designer team project for Penny Whittemore of That's Just Penny. And I've chosen to use her kit, which is called Chit Chat Angel. It's really, really cute. It's very sweet. It's very vintagey. I'm using mostly her materials, but I have added a few other things, and I'll try to remember to point those out as well. The other things that I've got here I think are pretty much all from Pixabay. There might be some from Pixel Scrapper, I'll see. Anyway, what I've done so far is I've just cut out the pages. I trimmed off the edges, except for a couple places where I didn't want to trim off the back, so I'll put lace or something here to cover up the white. And then I decided on the order of the pages. Other than that, I haven't done anything else. I wanted to do that on camera. And you can see I've also really zoomed in. So let me know if this works out well for you, or if I end up getting out of the camera shot too much. I'll really try to stay, like on this black pad thing, because I think that'll help me to stay in camera. But this way I think that you can see things a little bit better. Anyway, I wanted to just quickly flip through what I've got here so that you can see what her sheets are like. And I'm going to use this as the first page. This is not the cover. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for the cover yet, but it'll probably be fabric. That's what I tend to go with the most. And it's really cute. It says The Royal Alphabet or History of an Apple Pie. Very cute. I like that, with the mom teaching her children to read. Very cute. And then there's this little page with this pitiful looking child in the rain. Reminds me of the weather today. I love rain, but I know sometimes it's a little pathetic for children. And then I like the way that she's collaged this. She has this angel who appears all throughout, and you'll see in some places my printer worked fine on the rest of the page, but sometimes the eyes on the angel look almost demonic, so I'll probably cover those with something else, because there's plenty of that image all throughout the book. But it's not that way on her digitals. It's just something with my printer that did that. Anyway, I love this too. This is really cool. And now this page is from Pixabay, and so is this. This page is from Pixabay. This is from Pixabay, and so is this. Okay, then this is one of Penny's, and yeah, see how my printer did a weird thing with the eye there. So I'll probably cover that up with a Rita Donnelly flip or something. This background is from Pixabay. This I loved. Music on the Silvery Wave. It's an old book with some poetry in it and just some really neat writing in it. This is from Pixabay, and this is from Pixabay. That's from Pixabay. Okay, and then I have this that opens out, and that's also from Pixabay, as is this. And this, and this. Sorry. Okay, and then this is one of Penny's. I really like that. And there's another one on the other side too. And then we've got the angel and some more of a collage here. And then that little girl, again, kind of fading into the background on this. English American clothes are made exclusively to order. Isn't that cute? I like that. And then this, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, because I have this as the centerfold right now and it's just plain. So I'm going to have to really do something special there. But just the way that everything worked out, I thought that that was the right page to have on the inside. And it's, and it's smaller too. So we've got that little girl again, so we can do quite a bit with her. And then this one, I'm definitely going to cover that angel up because she looks kind of scary the way that my printer did it. It's weird because it printed everything else out right, but it didn't print out her eyes right, and her eyes don't look like that on the digital. They look good, like in the first one that I showed you. And then I like this where she's got this collage. She's done a lot of work for you because she's already collaged so much of it. It's just really nice. Here's the other side of that receipt. These are from Pixabay. Pixabay, Pixabay. Pixabay, Pixabay. This is her angel. That is adorable. The burlap's from Pixabay. And then here's the other side of that book that I really like. Sofas 'twas half a sin to sit upon, so costly were they, carpets, every stitch of workmanship so rare they made you wish you could glide over them like a fish. That's funny. Okay, and then Pixabay on the back, but her image here. And then I made this kind of folded sheet from images from Pixabay and from Pixabay. And this is from Pixabay. And then this is her angel again. And another one of her collages. She does a really good job on those. And then an angel. And I like the back of this. So this is going to be the last page, and then there will be the cover. Okay, and then I'm going to someplace put in my doily, which I want to distress a little bit. And then there are these, this came in a 4-up. So there are these cards, these angel cards. And then a bunch of these, some of which, now I printed images from Pixabay on the back, but some of these I didn't print it right. So I think it was 8-up, 8 to a sheet, 8 or 9 maybe. And then there was this, which was cute. And this, again, it says the Royal Alphabet or History of an Apple Pie, but it's completely different all the way around here. And then this catalog page and new 3-penny books. Now there were a lot more, yeah, I think it was 9 to a page because I have another one here. There were a lot more ephemera pieces that I didn't print out because I'm not going to use all of them. Okay, and then she had these really cute 2 versions of the same thing here. You know, yeah, my printer was having some problems here, so I don't know, I may use that for something else. And that's what's on the back of that. That's what I printed on the back. It's not necessarily on the back. And then that's from Pixabay, that background. Then we've got this that we can use. And then these old pages, this old page here, and then this, which I need to distress a little bit. And then this, I thought that was really cute, Chit Chat. I'm not sure if these are like from a book or something, but really, really cute and just very sweet. So I'm going to set aside the ephemera stuff for now because I just want to work on today. I just want to work on getting my pages all set up, getting the edges done. I'm going to punch. I've got fancy punches for some of the page edges. I've got ribbon. I've got lace. I've got some fabric ribbon that I can use on some of these. And so that's what we're going to work on today. Okay, and oh, and I've got some corners too, which I may save just for like pockets and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, first thing I want to do is I want to distress this. And we can just chit chat. Haha, chit chat, because it's the Chit Chat Angel. We can just chit chat while I'm working on stuff. I want to try to do most of this journal online. I will probably have some things that I don't do online simply because it's too much repetition, you know, like cutting out the edges of all these pages. You didn't need to see that. But other than that, I'm going to really try to do most of it online and explain what I'm doing and how. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave those in the comments because, you know, other people can probably benefit from your questions as well. So I'm just using Vintage Photo Distress ink from Ranger, which is Tim Holtz. It's acid free, but I don't really go to a lot of effort to keep my journals at this point acid free, so I wouldn't make that claim for the rest of it. I mean, like I'm printing on, the paper that I printed on was a little bit heavier than copy paper. I think copy paper is like 20 pound, and I think this is 24 or 26 pound. So it's just slightly heavier, which I just feel gives it a better feel and a little bit more sturdiness. I like how distressing these is bringing out the roses. Can you see that? You don't really see the roses until they're distressed. Looks really nice. So I'm just very, very gently so I don't tear anything. Just doing this, and I'll do the other side as well because the other side will show. Because what I do is I like to use my doilies as a page, like many junk journalists do. And so, and you can write on it. You can write on this part, but you can also if you want to, just like write along all these little stems and lines and stuff and around the edge. It makes it really pretty when you do that. So that's something to just keep in mind if you make your own journal or you buy one, that writing on those areas is really nice. Oh, look at that. See, it's bringing out the design. I love that. I could actually use a little bit of pink on this as well, but I think I'm going to just stick to the vintage photo. I might put a little bit of pink on the roses, actually. We'll see. So today, it's October 31st. It's Halloween when I'm recording this, and I completely forgot about it being Halloween, and I taught classes. I teach children in China, and I mean, the Chinese don't normally celebrate Halloween, but in some places they really have gotten so that they enjoy the Western holidays, and then kids who are learning English, especially if they're learning it from American, they really enjoy celebrating the American holidays. So some of my kids dressed up, and I had completely forgotten that it was Halloween. So I was very lucky because we have stickers that we can decorate ourselves with, virtual stickers on our program. And so I was able to dress up a little bit that way. And so that was nice. But one of my students, now she didn't come in costume to class, she just told me this, but her best friend dressed up as a mosquito, so she dressed up as a fly. And I thought that was very creative. So that was funny. Anyway, I'll have some candy for Halloween, but I always get something that I like because I don't usually have anybody show up here at my house. I'm on the edge of downtown, and I'm like across the street from the hospital and a church, and I'm up steps, a whole bunch of steps. So it's kind of, out of the way and sort of a pain for kids to get to. So I don't really, if I get any kids at all, it's just a couple of them. So I make sure that I get candy that I like. Let's see, where's the pink? Do I have the pink one already here? Okay. So I'm going to set up a new thingy here. Okay, so these are little distress inks that came, let's see, I don't think that the pink came with this. I think it was these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 miniature ones. Okay, see this is how they compare in size. So these ones I often use just like this, like on the edge of a paper. I don't even use one of these blenders. Or here's the blender I'm going to use for the pink. Because they're so small. They're just really nice. And then you can just leave them stacked. And I bought the pink one separately, thinking it was going to be big. I was surprised. That's why I'm showing you these together, because if you look at them online in the pictures and they don't show them together with other ones, it's a little deceptive. You don't realize that it's small. So I'm just brushing a little bit of pink on the roses, just to give them a tiny bit of a blush, which I'm not even sure is, yeah, it is noticeable. Okay, so we're doing that. And you guys, I haven't thought out what I'm going to do. I want to let you in on, the whole process and everything. So we're going to think it out together. And if you have ideas that you want me to add, put them in the comments below. And if it's not too late, when I see them, I might incorporate your ideas. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I like the pink added to it. Let's add just a tiny bit of pink in here as well, just a hint. Means that you can barely even see it, but just enough to, just a hint. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so that looks nice. Looks better than just plain white. Sometimes I'll use white. It depends on the project, and what the colors are in this. But this journal, the pages are, browned because they look vintagey. So I don't really want to have anything white, stark white in it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this in half. And you have to be really careful because these are so delicate. Okay, And then we'll figure out where we want to put it. And then we're going to figure out what we're going to do on the edges. So I like to look for, like, this is pretty. I like to look for something that's going to be really nice behind it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then also when you flip it over here, that's nice too. Okay, so that's a good place to put it. And it usually seems like it ends up being like in the first few pages. I don't know why, but that's, I think it always does in my journals. Okay, so, and then these are all different sizes, and when I put it together, I'll stagger them more. But for now, it's just easier to have them like that. Okay, so this is the first page, and I often don't put any lace on it. I'll wait and see if I need to put something on there. Now this, because I've got this white here, it definitely needs something along the edge. And I'm going to, see, it's not white on the other side because there's the design there. That's why I didn't cut that. So I'm going to distress that before I put something on. I just got a whole bunch of new lace. Not any of this stuff here that I've had for a little while, but I just got a bunch in the mail of colored lace, and so I'm kind of hoping to use some of that. But I want to stick with pinks and browns, you know, and yellowed looking stuff, you know, vintagey looking colors, because that's what's in here, and I just really like that combination. Okay, so see how I try not to do it all even or anything. We want it to look really like it's naturally worn that way. And corners tend to be a little bit more than anything else. Let me see if anything else needs, if I've got any white that I missed. Yeah, so here's a little bit right there. So we just do that there, and that takes care of it. And then you can't see that I didn't cut it exactly to the design. Okay, and we'll check the same thing here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so what do we want to do on this edge here? I really like this ribbon. This is so cool. It frays like crazy though, but that looks really neat up there. And then the stitching will stop it from fraying more. And I think that looks really pretty on there. So let's go ahead and cut some of this. And I'm going to cut it a little long because it's going to fray probably while I'm sewing it. I mean, this stuff seriously just frays like crazy. I got this at Hobby Lobby. I've only been to Hobby Lobby once, and it was like almost a month ago. So I'm looking forward to going again sometime. Okay, so you know what? Let's do all the sewing at once, I think. So I'm going to put this back together here, like this. Okay, so this is what I do sometimes is I go through and I decide what ribbon and edging I'm going to have, and I just go ahead and I put that in between the pages so that I know. And I'll probably use, yeah, I think I'll use the same thing over here, although I'll use it over here. Yeah, and that angel looks fine, so we can do that. Okay, so we're going to also need a piece for there. And we'll cut it long so that we can have those frayed. The little frayed stuff looks really cool sticking out of your journal too. So, okay, so we'll put that there. Okay, so now let's see what we want to do for the next part. So the next page is mainly like yellows and browns and golds. And I have this fabric ribbon, which is kind of too wide. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably tear it in half. So I think that would look really pretty on that as an edge. And I'm going to make that a little long too so that I can fray the top and bottom slightly. I'm just going to cut one piece and I'm going to tear it in half. I sell this fabric ribbon in my shop, by the way. And if you don't like the widths that I have it in, ask for something else because I have a bunch of this fabric. And I think it's like 3-yard lengths. So the ribbon is 3 yards long, I believe. You'll have to look on my listing, but I think that's what it is. And I'll try to remember to link it at the bottom here. Okay, so when you tear it, you know, I've already frayed it some, but when you tear it, you'll have a bunch of loose threads and you can pull those and that'll fray it even more. It only takes a couple minutes to do that, so it's really, and it looks nice. I save the thread, and in fact, when you buy this from me, I save the thread that I get out of it when I fray it, and so I wrap that on there as messy thread for you to use. Okay, and so we'll save it too because we might want to use it. And then let's fray this one a little bit too. See all these threads that are really loose there? We can pull those off. If you've got very long of a piece, then you want to just pull off like, you know, one, maybe two threads at a time. And then these ones that are sticking out this way are from across here. We don't want to pull those out. We just want to leave those hanging. They'll look really nice. They make it look more raggedy and well loved and everything. So, you know, I'm trying to pull probably too many at once. Okay, there we go. That's nice. And let's, this is the selvage side right here. So I'm not going to be able to fray that. And the ones that I sell don't have the selvage side. They have it so that you can fray it on both sides. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll also put that in there for the other side. I kind of like to, you know, with the whole sheet, I sort of learned from Gail Augustinelli to do both sides of it the same, unless it for some reason doesn't look good that way. Okay, then we've got the doily. Now this one, we're only going to do one side because the other side folds over like that. Okay, so we won't do any lace on that unless we decide to do some on the inside. But here, we'll just do it right here. So what do we want on this? I wonder if this is too wide. I like this. That's kind of neat. Okay, I think we're going to use that. Try not to think too much as you choose these. Just kind of go with what your spirit tells you. Or the creative part of your brain. I'm not exactly sure what. But yeah, if you think about it too much, it's really easy to overthink it. And it just comes out better if you just kind of do it instinctively. Okay, then we've got this little page here. And I'm going to have probably a Rita Donnelly flip right there. So let's punch this one. Okay, so I don't lose my place of where that's going to be. I'm going to turn this sideways. Okay, that one right there. And let's go ahead and we'll punch both of these edges. And when you're using a punch, it's usually best if you start in the middle or else all the way on an edge. I like to start on an edge just because now I'm not going to start on the edge here because I'm going to have the Rita Donnelly flap there. So I'm going to start like about here. There we go. Okay, and then as you take it along, you're going to line this up with the design on here. That's how you know that you've got it in the right place for punching the next section. Okay, I don't know if you can see that while I'm doing it, but hopefully showing you that helps give you an idea. I never would have figured that out on my own. I learned that from watching people doing journals online. Okay, so I've only done it down to her halo, which even if I wasn't going to put a flip there, that would look kind of cool, wouldn't it? But I'm probably going to put a flip there over hers. Either that or else I'm going to color in her eye a little bit. I might do that, I'm not sure. Okay, and then let's do the other side as well. I love these punches. They're so convenient. I got this one through Amazon, but Hobby Lobby has a whole bunch of them too. And eventually I hope to collect quite a few different ones because they're really nice to have. They make your pages look so elegant. And they're not difficult. I mean, they do take a little bit of time, but they're not difficult to do. And junk journals are an act of love. There's just no getting around that. But they're time consuming to put together, but they're a lot of fun. And they're definitely worth the effort. Okay, then this. I don't know if I want to put anything on the edge of this. I'm probably not going to because I just think that's really nice as it is. Okay. And then, oh, for some reason it didn't print there. That's really weird. So I want something, I'll probably have something along the bottom here. Maybe, that's not quite long enough, is it? I might, let me see if I have that close by. Yeah, I do. Okay, so it's this wide stuff, and then I can cut it in half, and I think I'll have that hanging down. I think that would be really nice. I did that on another journal and I really, really liked the way that that looks when it's done. Okay. Stuff starts taking up too much space on my desk. Okay, yeah. So I could do it two ways. I could cut this off and then just sew it so it's hanging down, or I could make that into a pocket here, which might be kind of cute. Now I think I'm gonna, for this one, I'm going to cut it in half and hang it down. So I'll sew this top part where I've cut it so that it doesn't, you know, fray or anything. And I'll sew it like about here and have it hanging down, and that'll be really pretty. Okay, and then we'll put it on the other side as well. Okay, then this one is a folded page, so we don't need anything for that. We need something for this. Ooh, how about this? That would be really pretty. Okay, so let's do this, and it goes to here. This ribbon is from Michael's, I mean not Michael's, from Hobby Lobby. The other one, that wide stuff that I was just showing you, is actually from Walmart. It was in their florist section. That's a good place to look for ribbons, you guys, is the florist section, as well as just their regular ribbon collection that they have. And I think that this one here, I believe, yeah, that was from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so, and then we can put this back here. Okay, and we might want something along this edge. Well, although that's in kind of a lot, so maybe not. Yeah, okay. And then this, no. Oh, I think, let's use this, I think. Let me see how this looks. It's kind of a, I got this from Walmart. I have been shopping using their, you know, pickup service. Oh, I like that. Where I can tell them ahead of time what I want and then just, you know, drive up, and they actually are out there before I even turn off my ignition. And yeah, so I ordered this kind of sight unseen, and I love it. I'm probably going to get more. Okay, there we go. Really, really like it. It kind of goes with almost anything. Isn't that pretty? Really like that. Okay, so we'll put that in there. Okay, and then this page is on the other side. Okay, so what do we have here? I like this, but I don't know that this is going to look good on anything. It's not really the right style. I'll keep it out just in case, but kind of don't think so. But what about this peachy kind of thing? That might look good with that because of the brown and the pink. Haven't opened it up yet. So what I started to say a little bit a while ago is that it's raining here, which we desperately need. Oh, this is really a thin. That's kind of nice for the edge. That's really pretty because it's like just barely there. You can still see the design through it. I like that, but it gives it a nice little finished look. Okay. I like to do something on almost all my pages. I don't have to do something on every page.